just going to talk about it. All right. So, if you watched my video yesterday on this page, I said how I went down a rabbit hole this weekend. And we all know that Ashley likes to go down rabbit holes. Because this is how I find out my information, whether it's fun or not. Sometimes going down the rabbit hole is a lot of fun, and then sometimes it fucking sucks and you just hate everything. And then you get over it, because that's what happens when you're waking up. You can't run from the truth. The truth will find you. Like, once you, and I always tell people this, when you go into, morning, Karina, Maureen, hello. When you begin to wake up and you begin to open your perspective, you can't close that. So I've seen many people, they open up and then they try to like close it down. You know, it doesn't work like that. You can't do that shit. Like, that's it. Like, once once you take the red pill, that's it. You're taking the red pill. There's no going back. So, like I said, last week I did some intense clearing. I had a lot of stuff going on in my neck and in my throat and all of that fun stuff. And I had my friend do Thai massage on me, and I was clearing like crazy last week. And then I actually went on this podcast with these guys that totally aren't awakened to what we're talking about here. And I started talking about my alien abduction story. They laughed at me. I was like, whatever, people laugh at me all the time. It's not a big deal. So there I go. Like, I opened up a gateway, right? I was like, oh, fuck, here we go. This is like me having like connections again with that scary time in my life, because it wasn't fun. It was actually, it sucked. So this is the weekend. I don't know. I just happened to come across these posts on this galactic page, and I started watching this kid's videos. And I have to tell you right now, I don't believe everything that the kid was saying. But one of the things that he was talking about was the AI. Supposedly, and a lot of people think this, that there's an AI, like an artificial intelligence, that has control over this planet. So I keep rubbing my hands because I have a lot of coconut oil on them. So I believe that. I believe that there is definitely, like, we live within the matrix. Like, we are stuck within this matrix. But I also believe that we come here to learn, right? So our souls come here to experience this matrix. But some people believe that everything is inside of the matrix. Not like even your souls are inside of the matrix. Like, you can't get them out. And I don't believe that. I believe that the soul is part of the divine. A lot of people that believe that think that there's no such thing as the divine. Okay, this is what I'm getting to here. I believe in the divine. I believe in the light. I believe that there is a higher consciousness that we cannot even begin to understand, that is beyond the matrix, that is beyond the AI. So yesterday I stumbled across a video by David Icke. So if you don't know who David Icke is, you better fucking find out if you want to start listening to what I'm saying. David Icke is a super conspiracy guy. He talks about some of the craziest shit that you'll ever... It's insane. Like, he's the guy who woke me up. Him and Alex Jones. Those are the two people that, when I was a kid and I was researching all this conspiracy stuff, these were the two people that woke me the fuck up. And I was like, yo, this world is not what we think it is. So David Icke put a video out. I gotta find it because I'm gonna put it in this thread, about how by 2030, AI will begin to integrate into humans. Okay, so basically meaning that we are going to be putting computer systems into our body. Right now, we carry a little computer system outside of our body, and that is also AI as well. Like, we're addicted to it. He's talking about how we're so addicted to it. All this technology is coming out, and people want more and more and more and more and more, and that's totally true. Like, this is, you know, we see it every day. The new Apple phones come out, and people are, like, waiting on the streets and, like, fighting over them, whatever. That's not me, but so there's a lot of that going on. So basically he was talking about in this video, I'm not going to talk about the video word for word because I want to get to something else here. He was talking about in this video how they're basically weaning us into the process of connecting into a bigger AI system. So they want to integrate computer system into our body that'll basically control our thoughts. So we'll be hooked up to one big cloud, like know how Apple has cloud and it like holds all of your information. Basically, these few people that control the planet want to hook us up to this big information system. So they have all the information that's inside of our minds and they can basically control our thoughts. And I was like, oh my God, fuck this shit. What the fuck is going on? Why do I keep coming across videos that are all about the AI right now? Like, what is it with this artificial intelligence? And then even I seen Elon Musk was talking about how, oh, there was an article that popped up on my timeline, but I didn't click on it because I was like, I don't even want to go into that shit right now. But basically, Elon Musk was talking about how there's going to be an AI dictator and we're never going to be able to get rid of it. So I don't know if any of you have watched Elon Musk on Joe Rogan, which I highly recommend. It was a pretty awesome podcast. I think it was like 3 hours long, and you kind of get lost with Elon Musk because he's just so intelligent that you can't keep up with him. You know, but then there was like some really good points that he made in there. So Joe Rogan started asking him about the AI, and he was like, so what's going on with that? And you can even tell when you were watching that Elon was like fucking scared. He was like, you could tell that before he was answering Joe Rogan's questions, he was like, I need to think about my answers before I put this out to millions of people. Either A, because I don't want to freak anyone the fuck out. Oh, Ashley, I'm glad you're on because I'm talking about the AI right now. I came up with a lot of this before I went to bed and then when I woke up about why, because Ashley knows that I freaked out this weekend. I didn't tell them the whole story, Ashley, but anyways, we're talking about the AI right now. So, fuck. This is why I wrote little notes right here, because I didn't want to go, like, off track. So anyways, Elon is answering Joe Rogan's questions, and you can tell that he's, like, I feel like, to me, intuitively, as an intuitive, that he didn't want to say too much because I feel like he didn't want to like get in trouble, or there were certain things that he was not supposed to release. Yes, he's super robotic, but I don't get a like bad feeling about Elon. I don't know what I think about him. Maybe he is an AI now. I don't know. So they were talking about the AI, and he basically said that the AI is going to take over. And that humans are going to have to basically merge with the AI. Like, we're not going to have any choice. It's either we merge with the AI or we die. And then, my sinuses are still fucked up. And then that is how we overcome the AI. So something clicked to me this morning because I watched the David Icke video last night. I'm going to post it in this thread. I got to find it, though. I was like, whoa, that's interesting because, yeah, and even I got a pain in my chest. So we're going through this massive awakening right now. Like, humans are waking up at a rapid speed. We're getting all this knowledge thrown at us that we can't even comprehend. It's just so intense for so many people. And it's a spiritual awakening too. It's like we have this huge spiritual awakening going on where people are connecting to source and opening up to their abilities. And then we have another thing that's going on with the AI, which is like, I want to take over. So it's kind of like this battle, I think, that's going on. And something was saying to me this morning, this is why it's so important that people move on their soul's mission and their soul's purpose right now. Honestly, the more I learn about the AI, the less that I am afraid of it, the less that I fear it. So before, when I was like with the AI, I was like, fuck this shit. I don't want anything to do with this. I don't even want to know what this artificial intelligence is. Now that I'm beginning to connect the dots, because it keeps going back to Egypt with me when the people had over 100 senses. Like, we have 5. So put that in your fucking shitty ass brain that you have right now, because our brains are like this compared to what they should be. we have this so-called junk DNA that we don't even use. And we don't even use. The scientists call it junk DNA. I think that's complete bullshit. I really feel like we're going through this massive awakening, and this AI is trying to come at us. And I think that through our spiritual awakening, there is a way that we can even overcome the AI, like having to merge with the AI. But there's also a big part of me that says if we merge with the AI, I do believe what Elon Musk said, that we can overcome the AI, because there's got to be a way that it can break within the system. See, this is what my mind does when I go down a rabbit hole. I'm not even playing. You people think that this is like a joke, and this is like the shit that goes on in my head. This is why it's so important for people to wake the fuck up and get on their mission. And if you feel like you're a healer, then go be a healer. If you feel like that you need to be go and save the environment, you need to save I don't know, whatever the fuck it is you need to go and do. Our souls are awakening at an intense speed. And this is another thing. So I watched a video of this guy interviewing this alien. It was like kind of stupid, you know. I'm like, is this shit real? But anyways, I've heard this a lot. I've heard this theory a lot. It was like the robot on YouTube, so it wasn't the real interview. You can tell that they like put the whatever, the thing behind it. So the ET said that humans are evolving at such a fast pace that we're evolving faster than any other species in this galaxy. So that kind of made me think, because I've heard that before. I've heard that's what the ascension process is all about, is us evolving at like intensely massive rates where we can't even comprehend. That's why time is speeding up and all this shit. And I'm trying to relay this message. I hope that it's making sense. If it's not making sense to some of you, I'm sorry. So anyways, I really, and like, I know a lot of people don't, but I really believe in the essence of humanity and connecting to the divine. I think that that is one of the most powerful tools that we have. It is not about, like, this is why I hate the, like, love and light and, like, the spiritual surface layer shit with the fucking angel card readers that are just angel card readers for, like, 20 years and they don't evolve into anything different. I mean, some people need to do that, but we all need to evolve. We all need to change. And I feel like whoever's in control, quote unquote, if there is anyone in control, because I feel like that this is just all a part of this game that we're kind of playing right now. Fuck, I forgot the point that I was going to make. I don't remember. Oh, we're so afraid of change, right? Humans are so afraid of change, but I feel like change is the only thing that is going to save humanity at this point. If we don't evolve to our highest potential in these times, I don't think that humanity will exist. So get this, because now this information is coming in. So now everyone knows that I know a lot about aliens, right? So I had encounters with Greys when I was a kid. I had encounters with them this fucking weekend. Because when I was watching this kid's fucking crazy videos, it's like the energy comes in and you don't even know it. It's very mechanical. It feels very fake. So this energy from the gray aliens, what it does is it shuts you off from your divine source and your connection. I fully 100% believe that that is what it does, because their energy is artificial intelligence as well. And everyone who has been abducted by the Greys and encountered the Greys knows that they have no reproductive system. That is why they abduct humans. They take us in their ships, they make us have sex with each other, or they artificially inseminate, and then they create these hybrids. And that is how, if you read anything about the Greys, that's the story that you're going to find behind them. That's their story. That's what they're told. They are trying to save their race. So what was I getting with here? Fuck. I forgot. Damn it. I'm going too fast. Somebody backtrack me. The Greys. cutting us off from the divine source. So I think that's what that connection wants, is it wants us to think that there is no divine and that the only thing that is there is kind of like that hopelessness. I think that's what I was getting at, but I kind of lost it. The main point of this whole video right here is that our spiritual development and our development, that the way that we develop our energy and the way that we think and the way that we perceive is so important right now. I don't want to put people into like doom and gloom and make you feel like that this is why I don't really talk about the conspiracy stuff, because honestly, it's kind of low vibrational and the energy sucks. But it's too bad. Like, that's why I'm kind of like, you can't be like, oh, this is what it was. You can't, this is exactly what the message was. You can't depend on, like this is the problem with people like Dorian Virtue, right? Dorian Virtue went crazy. Yeah, they came to me this weekend because I had to learn and I had to remember what their energy was like, because the energy is going to keep coming in. It's going to keep coming in. What it does is it mind fucks you. It makes you believe that there is nothing else beyond this physical existence. That is what an AI would do. And they're actually called, I'll get to that in a minute if I get to that even in this call. But it makes you believe in hopelessness. Like, that's how I felt when I was a kid. It was like pure hopelessness. And then I began to figure out, wait a minute, there's something going on, because I would hear them in my room and then I seen them, and like, that's a whole nother story. I'm not going to get into that right here. And I remember the feeling, and I felt the feeling this weekend. It tries to fucking trick you. It tries to make you think that it is more powerful than you, when actually the human soul, the soul and the spirit, doesn't, regardless of whether it's human or not, the spirit and the light is more powerful than anything. Nothing can take away from that. It just is the most powerful source and the most powerful being, the divine white light, God, whatever that is to you. This is why Doreen Virtue went fucking crazy, if you don't know about that. She lost her shit and went back into the whole, she's like a born again Christian now. She thinks that all this shit is like evil, and, you know, she denounces everything that she did. That to me is part of the AI and the control system, making you think that you are powerless and you have nothing to give. And you have to give. So this is what a lot of like born again Christians think, and people that also on the opposite side don't believe in a God, and they just think the AI is going to control us. That we have no power. You have to give your power to something else. So a lot of religious people give their power to their Messiah and their fucking guru. And then the total opposite end, if we swing the pendulum the other way, is the people that believe in the AI, that think the AI is just going to take over humanity, have no hope in source and in connection or within us. So if you even look at the Eye of Ra, it's shaped like the pineal gland. That is the connection to the source. It's within us. We are powerful. We don't need to depend, like archangels, ETs, whatever, all those things are great, but we are powerful within ourselves. And this is what the awakening is about. The power within ourselves, the power within to find the light within ourselves. And I had to go through this whole shit show this fucking weekend, going down this fucking rabbit hole, being like, oh my God, is this shit even real? What the fuck am I doing? This happens. Like, this happens when you're spiritually connected. You go into these crazy trips like, oh my God, there's nothing out there. There's no divine. There's no God. There's nothing. And that is the biggest trick ever. The most powerful thing is within our hearts. It's within us. That's why Ashley V's new saying, when I start branding myself, starts right now: the guru is fucking dead. There is no such thing as a fucking guru anymore. That is over. That was in the age of Pisces. That was when humanity needed leaders. Yes, I still believe in powerful energies and powerful teachers. Like even right now, before I opened this video, I went right into the Christ consciousness. I prayed, I called in the 4 archangels, asked them to protect me, and I pulled in Christ, and I was like, help me project this message to the people, to the highest and best, without projecting fear. So we use these tools, we utilize these tools, but Christ was a teacher as well. Christ, I feel like, is one of the highest sources connected to God, or whatever you believe in. Some people in the spiritual community get so mad about the word God, but I do believe in God. I just don't know exactly what it is. But yes, this is what this energy tries to do. It tries to make us think that we are less than, that everything is hopeless, and that we need to be in a control system. So this is another thing when I think about this. It's kind of like we're already in the matrix, you know what I mean? Right now, with the ascension process, is trying to show us that we can create the futures that we want. So if we begin to believe that an AI is going to take over our future, then that is what's going to happen. If we begin to believe that the world is going to be destroyed by global warming, that is what is going to happen. But if we begin to believe that humanity has fucking potential, can do anything that they want to do. If you go back into, like, I keep going back into the Egyptian times, they thought that humans had over 100 senses. What happened to those? It totally and completely destroyed in the Dark Ages. So now we're bringing this back. Now we're opening up to these senses, to these powers that we have. And then guess what comes along? That little old AI trying to say that it's going to take over and have control of us. All right, I got the message out. I couldn't go to the gym constantly thinking of that. So I'm going to put, all right, let me make a note to myself. So I'm going to put the Joe Rogan podcast in here. And then the David Icke video. And I want some feedback on this because these are the things that I'm going to be talking about on this page. So like and follow my page. It's not always going to be about fucking angel cards. You know what I mean? Like maybe on the Ascension Next page, I'll talk only about angel cards, but I can't do that shit anymore. There's too much going on for me to just talk about fucking angel cards. You know? So this is Ashley TV. We're talking about AI. We're talking about grays. We're talking about fucking whatever the fuck that I need to talk about to get the message out to you guys so you can empower yourselves and know that you don't need a fucking guru. Teachers and mentors are great, but the light is within you, and humanity does not need to be taken over by an AI. So I would like your opinions on this video, how you feel about this. I'm also going to put Joe Rogan, David Icke. I'm not putting that kid's videos in my link because I'm telling you right now, that shit was fucking dark and I don't want you guys channeling and connecting to that. Me and Ashley Horton were talking about that and she was like, yeah, I don't know about this. He was just basically saying that everything in the Matrix is fake, even archangels and all this shit. And I was like, dude, like that's that energy. It's trying to trick you. I don't believe that. I don't believe that. I believe that we have help. I believe that we have assistance. But I believe that humanity has a power within themselves to make the change that is needed on the planet. And I know that's so hard to believe because you literally walk around and you see people acting like fucking idiots. Like, sometimes I'm like, God, I can't believe people still believe that shit. Or like you see like fucking racist people and you're like, we're in 2019, you know what I mean? It's like some people they still live in the fucking Stone Ages. They act like the fucking cavemen, you know? Just dated this kid and he was really dumb and we always used to call him the caveman because he couldn't even like, I don't know. He couldn't do anything, you know? And there's just some people that are still like that. But it doesn't mean that they're hopeless. I have two theories to that when people are really stupid. I either think that they've suffered a lot of trauma in their life, and their energy field is so confined that they can't move the shit out to actually process and think. So they just kind of settle for being stupid. And then the other thing is, I think that there's also a lot of souls that incarnate, and they're young and like new souls, and they just don't understand the common sense of being a fucking human and doing the right thing. My facial expressions, I know. But yeah, the AI thing has been tripping me out with the fucking grays and all that stuff. And it's like, what I see is like, here we are. This is the Matrix. Like, that's why people think, oh, the flat earth, you know what I mean? Like, that's a lot of these theories coming out. But beyond that is so much more. But what this energy wants to do, this is my awesome drawing, is keep us here. And this is the cloud system that it wants. It wants to keep all our information, everything that we know, because it wants to use it to go out there, when in fact humanity needs to be up and out. I guess that's the only way that I can explain it for what I'm thinking of right now. But that's the other thing. When I did the fucking zombie video on my YouTube page, like, this is the shit that I'm talking about. It's like people, they're so infatuated with zombies. And like, I can't even comprehend that. Even when I loved horror movies, I'm like, zombies fucking suck. They don't do anything. They're just stupid and they eat people. But like, this is part of that control system. This is a part of this. That's how it keeps you down. It's like, hey, look at this. This is so cool. Don't you want to be a zombie? No, motherfucker, I don't want to be a zombie. Actually, I like being a witch, an alien. I want to be a fucking Viking. Like, there's a lot of other things that I would rather be than a zombie. You know what I mean? But I don't know. It's just so stupid. You can check out my zombie video too, but that has a lot to do with death and how humans process death, and we can't even do that. And we have so much to fucking learn, and we all have so much to teach each other, but we're too fucking afraid to go out and be who we are, because the only way that you're actually going to teach someone is to be your fucking self. Like, that's how you're a genuine teacher, is you find who you are. And you know, that's another thing. Even the kid that was like, I don't believe in the source and whatever, and he was believing in the AI. And then there was somebody else that it was probably Gary V that was talking about that. I know that David Icke talks about this too, is that it's like everyone who's a mentor or trying to find the truth always says the same fucking thing. It's that one thing. And it's always, you need to be yourself. You genuinely need to be yourself. That's how you find your way. That's it. So like, I have to like talk about aliens and shit. Like, that's who the fuck I am. That's what I know about. See, this starts happening when I talk too much shit. But that's the only way that you find the truth. So we all literally have to be within our truth totally and fully 100% in order to overcome the system that wants to come in and control everything. And we're already in a control system. We're already in a fucking artificial intelligence that's controlling us. It's just, I feel like what David Icke was saying is like the next level to it. But that's why we're coming up to the next level. So of course there's going to be, what do you call it? Not the villain. Jesus Christ, I can't think right now. But the polar opposite trying to disconnect us from our truth. And that's what I tell people. As the ascension process becomes more heightened and intense, that's when everything that as the ascension process becomes more heightened and intense, and has humans become more intelligent, more developed energetically and spiritually, there's going to be an opponent to that challenging us. So, I don't know. I'm up for the challenge. I don't know about you guys. Fuck this AI shit. I'm ready for ascension. I'm going live later tonight with my ABC reading, because that's what everyone likes. I do like doing the ABC readings, but sometimes it's like, yo, don't you want to hear about some other shit? Instead of me telling you the answers. It's not really, it is good. I like to get card readings too. But yeah, Ashley TV, video number 1, AI. What are your thoughts? And I will put the links up to those 2 videos right now. I'm just going to put the Joe Rogan and the David Icke. David Icke is fucking wild with his theories. He thinks the moon is fake, which I kind of like. You know, I can see that. It looks like a Death Star. I never even watched Star Wars. And my boyfriend's got a fucking moon thing in our room. It's like the Death Star, and then it's the crescents of the Death Star. And I'm like, you know what I mean? So could be fake. And then I have my theories that there could be good aliens living in the moon. But I don't know. The full moons make me go fucking crazy. So, you know, I will gladly subscribe to Ashley TV. When does it launch? Right now. This is my page for it so far. I gotta have a podcast. I gotta have like a camera follow me around. I gotta have a camera installed in my brain, like the fucking AI, and you guys would be blown away. Because I don't even talk about half the shit that goes on in my head. I'm just gonna keep that a secret. But then I fucking go crazy, and then there's too much information in me, and then that's when you guys don't see me. So now I just have to be like putting the shit out. All right. I'm done. I'm going to post these links in here. Let me know what you think. I hope that you all have a great day, and I'll see you later tonight on the Ascension NXT page. Remember, everything is moving over to this page within the next few months, which I will be reminding everyone like 10 million times when I do the readings on the Ascension NXT page. So have a great day. Don't get taken over by an AI. Fuck the Greys, and call in the Christ consciousness. Blessed be.